Welcome to episode one, the Blood Brothers podcast. I'm Enoch Maurice.
I'm James Alchemy Jr.
Talk to them about our mission statement.
A mission statement. All right. So, first of all, we created the podcast, and the mission is to empower men to take their rightful place in society. But it has to be under God's law, because if it's not, we will fail. Consequently, women will benefit from this because now they'll see what a man is supposed to be compared to what they thought it was supposed to be. So they can hear right from the horse's mouth. But
No,
before we
that's
get
right.
started,
Yes, sir.
you got to thank the man above. So take
You
care
already
of him, bro,
know.
real quick.
You already know. Father in heaven, we thank you for this opportunity. We ask you to use us and have your way. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about. That's how we always got started off.
Um,
Um,
let's
so
get
let's
into it. What's
let's do
up?
it,
So,
man.
so how did we come up with this Blood Brother name, man? Let's
Get into
introduce the
that
whole thing. How we
from the
came up with all of
beginning.
this? Yes, let's do
All
it.
right, so me and my man E, we both work a lot of
Mm-hmm.
hours, and we always have dialogue. So we get up. I get up 5 in the morning. My man be up
Yeah, I'm
before
already
that.
up.
He be up grinding already. So me, I get up 4:35. I call him as soon as I wake up. Get on the road, and we just start venting to
Mm-hmm.
each other. We became
Yeah.
a support system to one another, being able to tell each other anything.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, no holds bars, nothing's off limits.
Yeah,
Like
for real.
we talk about
Everything.
everything, every
Everything.
single thing. So
Mm-hmm.
what we realized is that men don't usually express themselves,
Yeah.
and for
Yeah.
some reason we have the ability to really express our feelings genuinely
Mm-hmm.
without judgment. We
Yeah.
really understand each other. But I mean, we've been friends for 15 years.
Yeah.
That helps. But at the same time, we want to create an outlet where all men could express themselves. So I think that lacks in our community a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
And
it,
yeah, I think that with the name Blood Brothers,
mhm.
it's almost like it's a double entendre because we ain't blood.
Ooh, big word. I'm not
I
gonna lie, I
I've
fuck
been
with
working
that.
on, because it's like we ain't blood brothers, but we blood brothers. Like
That's a
blood
fact.
wouldn't have made it thicker. So it's like blood brothers just fit. It couldn't use nothing else. It couldn't use best friends. It couldn't
Best
use
friends podcast.
yeah. You could only use best man. It was like blood brothers because it's like it's literally till death. Like so, it's like
That's a fact, bro. I mean, even when we think about blood, it's like, you
mm,
know, obviously we both are very driven by the scriptures, and
yeah.
and we understand covenant. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the covenant that we created amongst each other represented the name
Yeah,
Blood Brothers. When
yeah,
people think of blood, I know they'll go through the whole process, but
yeah,
honestly, it's just, I
yeah.
feel like it represents our covenant. And obviously we don't have the same parents, but at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, it's my brother,
Yeah.
and it
We
don't
still got the
matter what.
same father.
That's a fact. Hey, how
We
you gonna
still got the
take that
same
from me?
father.
I was throwing the alley though. Come on, yo. Anyway, our father obviously is God, so
Nah, man.
we related by blood no matter what. However you want to mix it up,
That's a
chop it up,
fact.
screw it up.
That's a
We
fact.
always gonna be connected. But like I said, it's one of the kind of things where it was inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
We spoke. People are seeing it now, but this has been spoken from 2019 to like September-ish.
Yeah, yeah.
That's when we started speaking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those kind of things where we just put our faith behind our words, and then
Yeah, yeah.
that's it. It was just magic from there.
Yeah, that's pretty much how before we even got into the fatherhood project, that's
Yeah,
how it came into the podcast because it was like every day we talking and
about
like
everything.
about everything, and it's kind of like the essence of how the podcast started. So every morning we talking about everything, deep, whatever, playing around, real stuff,
Thanks.
issues, problems that we having, and it's like,
Marriage problems, life
yeah,
problems,
everything.
everything,
So it was
everything.
like after a while, I was like, yo, this is some strong substance. Like
Facts.
we helping each other out, but I wonder if there's other people, other men out there that's getting this. So it's like,
Yeah.
yo, I done heard a bunch of podcasts on it. I'm like, yo, I probably heard only one that's kind of like us, but not like our age group. So I'm like, we need to do something to put that out there to show people like, yo, there's young men out here that's talking like this. And an outlet for you, because there's so much ratchetness out here.
What you talking about? What ratchetness? Come on, boy.
Yeah, right.
We love Instagram now, right? You know what I mean? Love the rap music too. You know, trapping and slinging and ganging, you know, all that. Yeah, that's a fact.
But nah, I think like we needed this. We needed this. We needed to do it.
I would say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be 30 this year. We're both pretty much the same age.
Yeah.
We're a couple months apart. We're both 30.
Yeah.
We're both married. We both got 2 kids. Like, we take life serious.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. We're not out here trying to figure it out. We know exactly who we are, and we understand that if we're gonna become what God intends us to become, we have to follow His law. We have to figure out what He intends us to be. And this, I feel like the reason why people receive the documentary so organically is because it was supposed to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it was a very genuine conversation.
Yeah.
And it was there wasn't, I'll be honest, the dudes, I'm so grateful for every single one of them, because they came out there and they spilled their guts, man. I was like, even when I look back on it now, I'm like, jeez, man. And a lot of people relate to the different dynamics of everybody's personalities or everybody's situation. Because, I mean, when you think about fatherhood, it's like, that's the essence, that's the core. Without that, you know, you're gonna have a really hard time in life. And no offense to mothers hold it down, but at the end of the day, it's time for fathers to step up. It's time for men to step up. And I think that's really where we're gonna come into play for our generation, holding our generation accountable for becoming men and not clowns. I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, we really gotta own it.
So let's even get into how you just came to me like, yo, let's do a fatherhood documentary.
You know what it is? It started for me because obviously I had, I don't want to call it a rough childhood. I was just very emotionally damaged growing up. But when I became a father, that was like my healing process. And it was like, I always see the analogy that Cam raised me and I raised him. I don't have a wife and I don't have Christian without having Cam, because I wouldn't have been ready. He prepared me for all of that. So within that, I'm like, you know what? If men started looking at their kids as assets, like, you know what, I gotta be here for them, and I can really impact a person's life. And the fact that it's your seed, now you're talking about generations, so it's even more important. And you know me, I got my brain going a million miles an hour. You know, I always got things going on. So I'm like, you know what? I think we can do this. I'm the kind of person, if I think it more than 3 times, you already know.
Oh yeah, it's on.
By the time I brought it to you, I was already focused on it. Like, and I knew, I'm like, I have to bring it to E, because he's the only person that's been through it all with me. He knows the pain I felt, and he knows I'll be like, listen, you don't ever want to experience this, and I don't ever want you to experience it. Not as my brother, and I don't want anybody to. But more so people that are close to me, because it's like, I hold you guys to that standard, and I know you don't deserve it, and neither does your family. So when you was like, when I told you, like, let's do it.
Bro,
like,
as soon as you brought it to me, I was like, let's go. What are we waiting for? Like, we talked about it all the time anyway. So it's like, yo, once you said it, I'm like, let's go. We didn't even know how we was going to do it. We didn't know who we was going to get to do. We don't know who was going to be in it. Yeah, let's do it.
What about how we was gonna do it like the red table talk at first? We was gonna like interview people.
Like the whole thing changed.
That's
like people don't understand. Like originally, everybody that saw it, if you didn't see it, it's the first video on Blood Brothers page on YouTube. It originally was gonna be one-on-one interviews with multiple men, and then we we're gonna chop it up, put it together. So on the day, literally the day that we were supposed to meet with everybody and break down how it was gonna go, people started dropping out.
Oh yeah. Can't forget about those guys. We appreciate y'all still.
No, we appreciate you, but it happened. So we was like, this is our first time doing a video. So we like, yo, things gonna happen. Like we wasn't worried about nothing. Like, yo, whatever happened. From day one, we was like, yo, whoever people say,
Whoever
yeah.
come,
Once we put the promo out, like, yo, we trying to do a
yeah,
video. People was like, yeah,
yeah,
I'm down. We was like, yo, we expect the people to drop out. So, cause like we already know how it
true.
go.
That's
So
true.
then the day of, we met at the place, and literally, Aljamain wasn't even supposed to be in it. He
Fabe
was
wasn't
just
supposed to
coming.
be in it.
Fabe wasn't supposed to be in it. Aljo came because I was supposed to go to the mall with him. He just came to just wait to see how we finished it up, blah blah.
Yeah.
Fabe, you just hit him up, right?
Yeah, I just randomly hit him. Yo, bro, I need you. I need you to come do
Yeah.
this.
He
And
was
Fabe's
with
that
it.
kind of person. He's gonna be transparent. So I knew he was a
Yeah.
good fit. Charlie
Yeah.
was down from day one.
Charles and Carl was already down from day one. Then we sitting there. We was like, all right, so we're still gonna do the 1-on-1. Then we sitting there. We like
Looking at the stage. That's right.
like, yo, why don't we just all sit
Open
up here?
dialogue.
Let's throw some chairs up here, see what it look like.
Yeah.
Literally threw chairs up there. You're like, okay.
It's a fact.
Then we were supposed to do it that Saturday, and they was like, yo, we not free Saturday.
Yo, and
And it
not
was
to
like,
mention, remind you, it came out 2 days ago. But
yeah.
you gotta remember, we shot this in November.
Yeah,
We
November.
shot this in November. And
November.
it was the process of
End of
chopping it
November,
up.
December. Actually, the day after December 3rd, because I remember it was the day after my birthday.
Yep.
End of November, and we was like, yo, so everybody good for Monday? Monday at 9:00 at night. It was like, it was supposed to be Saturday at like noon. And then you had the Genesis program, the basketball camp. We was like, yo, I don't know how I'm gonna be there. It was almost like it was falling apart, but falling into place.
That's exactly what it was, falling right into place. It was a lot of variables and a lot of commitment on our part to see through our vision and not stray away because we see what we call obstacles. And one thing, a kingdom law is gonna be tested. You say it, it's gonna be tested. It's not gonna be simple. But it made it all that more sweet when we put it out. We got this quarantine stuff going on. Everybody sitting at home.
It definitely worked out. Definitely
worked out perfect. Because I'm going to be honest. I said 40, 50 people view it, and I was cool with that. Enoch.
I was like, nah, no less than 100.
He's like 100. I'm like, yo, bro.
Yeah, no less than 100.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, listen, I don't know. I can't say. I'm going to just go 40, 50. And I would have been cool with 40, 50. I'm not
numbers ain't,
Exactly. We're not really quantitative driven. We're more quality. So
more
within
purpose.
that, exactly. It has to be the substance. So
content
people that it was supposed to come to, that's who it came to. And I'll be honest, the reception that we received, we're at like 500 now. I'm still
in
low
2
key
days. In 2 days.
I'm still getting texts. I'm still getting calls, thanking us for doing this. And I deal with a lot of kids and a lot of parents. So a lot of them thank me for orchestrating this. And I told them, it took a team to do this. We really put our minds and our hearts on the line because we felt like it held value. And we know a lot of young men and women, young girls, they don't have that male figure. And to be honest, this might be the first time some women ever heard a man express themselves and be vulnerable. That's really what it comes down to.
That's true.
Because we was vulnerable up there.
We put it out there for real.
It wasn't one of those kind of things where we held back because we felt like, oh, maybe, I'm gonna look bad on camera. We didn't really care. We was up there having a genuine good time talking about a situation and really understanding the level of commitment that we needed internally to admit what really hurt us and what hurts us.
I love the way it started off. I love the way it started off because you started off, gave a little bit, then I gave a little bit, and then Charlie jumped right in. And I was like, okay, here we go. Here we go. He said, growing up, my father wasn't there for me. And I was like, okay, now we about to go. Everybody was like, okay, we going there. I was like, okay, I like this. Then everybody just started. Aljamain started talking about his growing up, how they still kind of have a little awkward relationship. Carl talking about how tough it is for him with his son.
I'm not gonna lie, that 3-hour drive. Oh my God, my heart, and I got a lot of respect and love for admitting that. And I feel him though. Me and him, I'm telling you, when I was speaking, I know exactly.
I can see the connection. I can see the connection.
It was a genuine understanding of what he was feeling, and I say it all the time. There is no distance that'll keep me away from my son. If it's
Mm-hmm.
3 hours, it's gonna be 3 hours. If it's 5 hours, it's gonna be 5 hours. Yeah, it might hurt, but at the end of the day, it's accountability. And I know for a fact that Carl's son, when he looks back on what his
Yeah.
pops was doing for him, he's
Yeah.
gonna be like, yo, my pops really love me. And I think that's gonna set the standard for
Mm-hmm.
what he does for his son,
Mm-hmm.
meaning generationally. So Carl's
Yeah.
grandson now, his son is gonna be a great father because he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
listen. My father paid the price. And granted,
Yeah.
me and mom wasn't together, but he was able to
Mm-hmm.
paint his own picture. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like I said, I think it came together so organically,
It
and
did. It really did.
it was a very touching moment hearing from
Mm-hmm.
different generations of people.
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
conversation with a young man who just got engaged. I had a conversation with a man who's 60.
Mm.
I had a conversation with a single mom, and I'm talking about a
Yeah.
detailed
Same here.
conversation,
Yeah. Yeah.
like really
Yeah.
expressing, how
Yeah.
much this was needed. And when
Mm-hmm.
you're doing things like that, it definitely makes it all worth it.
Yeah,
And
it
it helped us
does.
propel into this, man. Like,
Yeah, it's like it's almost like when you tell people sometimes you say you want to do something and then things start happening, you're like, nah, this ain't that. But you
yeah,
gotta just keep going because just because we took that step, it led to another step, led to
hmm
another step, and now we ended up doing the podcast. Like it was like everything just flowed the way it was supposed to. Even in the
even
beginning, we didn't think
even
it
think
was.
about this. Even think about it like this. When we was talking about the podcast, right? We was talking about you flying from North Carolina every week,
Oh
right?
yeah,
If we would
to
have
come
never
do it.
had, yeah, but we was like, if we would never had all this crazy stuff going on, we would have
Yeah,
never found out about Zoom, and we'd never
exactly.
been right here.
Exactly.
Now we like, oh
Exactly.
look, now we can
We
do it
can do
every
it every
week.
week and then when I'm out there, have a parent just do the whole thing.
Exactly. Do the live one, and
Yeah.
it, like I said, it all fell into place. I'm so grateful for our wives for supporting
Oh
us
yeah, definitely.
because come on, you already know, like they held us down because at the end of the day, they take care of the home, they keep us
Mm-hmm.
happy, and
Mm-hmm.
we really owe them a lot of gratitude
Yeah.
for accepting us for who we are
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
realizing
Sure.
and respecting our friendship
Mm-hmm.
and we hold ourselves to a standard that we want to make sure that we make our families proud
Yeah. Yeah.
daily.
Yeah.
There's not a day where we don't speak about making sure we make sure that our families look at us like, yeah, that's my pops, or yeah, that's my wife.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That means something to us. So
Yeah.
shouts out to Marielle, shouts out to Kayla,
Kayla, for real. And I feel like
yeah.
this is why it was important to do this because we growing every day. Like it's almost selfish that we not putting this out.
It is, right?
It's like
Like
we giving each other so much knowledge, growing and growing. And I'm
gems.
like, we gotta change. Like, if it just takes one person a month, we gotta change the mindset of a man. We need to change. We need to be the people that's gonna put it out
Set
there.
the
Like, this is how a
standard.
man should be.
Yeah.
This is what that's not okay. This is not okay.
Yep.
This is what you
Yep.
should be doing. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So it's
Yeah.
like we almost kind of got to take that burden and take that like, yo, if nobody gonna do it, we gonna do it. I
I like
mean,
that. I
if
like
nobody
that.
gonna do it, we gonna do it,
Yeah,
and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
I,
that.
I'm cool with that too. You know me. My circle's small anyway, so it
Mm-hmm.
don't.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I never been the type of person. I'm not really, and it's weird for me because I'm not really a social media person. But you see now, I gotta
yeah,
like go on
yeah.
Instagram
You
and
have
promote stuff, and it
to.
makes me feel mad uncomfortable. I'm like,
Yeah.
I like my privacy. I'm not a big attention person. I'm more
Yeah.
of let me just do what I gotta do and be about my business. But it's
Mm,
at the end of the day to get the message out, you gotta be out
mm,
there.
yeah.
And I guess I'm okay with doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
That's the best
Yeah.
way to put it.
Mm,
It's definitely one of those things where we have to consider all variables
mm,
and the level of sacrifice that we're gonna have to have
yeah.
and commitment to for people to believe in what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean, think about it. We starting off with fatherhood, then we're gonna go into relationships, marriage.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
talk about sex.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about
Everything.
the culture, the music,
Yeah.
how it's
Yeah.
polluting our kids' minds. We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about, what a young lady should expect out of a man.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
the beauty of it all is that we're fearless.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're fearless. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no skeletons that I'm not
Yeah.
afraid to talk about.
Exactly.
It doesn't bother me.
Exactly.
Doesn't bother me. There's
Exactly.
no question that'll make me uncomfortable, and I
Mm-hmm.
think people are gonna appreciate our transparency.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we're gonna have the podcast every week now.
Every
So
week, we got to. We got
every
to.
week.
We
Oh
got to do
man.
it. We started. We can't go back. We can't go back. This episode 1, the introduction. We gonna keep this going as long as possible. Help
Yeah, man.
men, help marriages, help young kids, help whoever we can, because it's needed.
Yeah,
It's definitely
it is
needed.
needed. I think the voice of a man who's willing to express himself with, you know, purity and really understanding who we are.
Hmm.
And and when we say take our place in society, we're not talking about you're dominating your marriage or
Yeah.
you no, what
Yeah.
we talking about is you the foundation of all of this. Like
Hmm.
it's up to us to be that system and
Yeah.
create that system first and then
Hmm.
maintain it so that way everybody benefits from whether it's the women because women get it bad because at the end of the day they have to deal with a father and then they
Hmm.
have to deal with a man so they get it double.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we have to, you know, empower them to really understand, listen, don't accept anything, set your standards, live by them,
Hmm.
and be
Hmm.
okay with them, right? If he
Hmm.
can't come to your standards, by all means, my man, we're just not
Yeah.
for each other.
Yeah.
And as far as kids, you know, like I got the Genesis program and I love every single one of those kids
Hmm.
with my whole heart. They're all like my kids to me. Honestly,
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
care about every single one of them. And I just want to be the type of leader that my life reflects who I am privately and
Hmm.
publicly.
Yeah.
That means something to me. That's
Yeah.
like when they see me publicly, they know exactly that who I am privately
Hmm.
too. I don't have to go back and forth on my personality or what I believe. I stand strong on my convictions and I don't
Hmm.
bend. I don't
Yeah.
bend. And
Yeah.
I think that that's definitely one of my attributes. And
Definitely.
and
Definitely.
and I'm okay with that. If everybody don't like
Hmm.
it, that's fine. But for the
Hmm.
people that's supposed to like it and support it, they're gonna support it. Not everybody's
Yeah.
gonna like you, and that's okay. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, I align myself, and of course you do too, because we wouldn't be brothers,
Hmm.
blood brothers, if not
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
biblical principles. And
Definitely.
it just means
Definitely.
a lot to us. It really it sets the foundation of who we are,
Hmm.
and it's very important that we always keep that in mind. And as we move forward and we start dropping these gems,
Yeah.
these wonderful videos, just
Yeah.
understand the credit is always to God.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Always. Always.
Don't ever think that
Always.
we come up with these, the words and yeah, we might be the
Yeah.
ones articulating them, but we're
Yeah.
motivated by deep thought
Hmm.
and our relationship with God. That's what
Yeah.
makes us blood brothers. And we put that time into Him and
Hmm.
really pray that He gives us that wisdom. We don't want to
Yeah.
learn from our mistakes. We want to learn from
Ex-
everybody else's mistakes.
yeah. Yeah. And keep it pushing.
That's,
Yeah.
that's I'll take that wisdom any day.
Yeah.
But
Because
I
we're
got I
not
got
doing this just for us.
it's generational.
That's what I think. That's what how you say like you wasn't big on social media and stuff. Because it's like it's hard for us to express, and at the same time we don't want it to be about us.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like we want to give, but not at the same time make it like, oh, they just trying to. You know what I mean?
Get
Like,
clout, get clout.
yeah, it's
We don't
never
care. We
that.
don't care. We
Like
don't
we
care
don't
about that.
care for that. We really genuinely want to make a difference and make a change in the
Hmm.
men in our society, because it's like for me, like being a father now, it's like I look at things totally different. Like
I
totally
see it.
different.
I see it.
Like my mind, like I just like, nah, I can't just let there be fathers out here not doing what they're supposed to be. They need to hear.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
they need to hear, like, no, there's things you shouldn't be doing. Like this is very important.
There
Like,
there are standards.
yes, the standards, like, like we don't even need to get into it, but the statistics of fathers that's not in the home and how that affects the children, it's
Come
like
on, man.
that's one of the main reasons I wanted to do this project. It's like, nah, we gotta put this out. We gotta show like, yo, there's hurt, but you can come back from like Charlie, how his father
Hmm.
wasn't there for him. He could have easily took the left route.
Get him like, I'ma holler at y'all two
Yeah,
beautiful queens.
yeah,
I'ma holler. Catch
easily.
you
But he
later.
was like, you know what? I'm gonna step up as a man. I'm marry my wife, got my two
Hmm.
daughters. He could have
Mm.
easily been like his father, but he took the other. So that showed people like you kind of have no excuse. Like you can come out of it.
Accountability.
You account
Accountability and
biggest
no
thing.
no no
That's
switches.
like our biggest thing right there. That's our
Overall, I think
mantra. Like,
that yeah. Oh my boy, what the
you know what I'm saying?
Yo, put me on that app because I gotta start talking
I
like
told
that.
you.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here learning the Greek context to the Bible. You over here with these fancy words, like, geez, but nah, I respect it. Nah, that's definitely our ultimate goal is
Mhm.
to promote leadership,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna get any leadership without
Mhm.
accountability. You know,
Yeah.
that's definitely our
Mhm.
whatever word you just used. I'm not about to choke and it sound like Floyd. What if Floyd, when Floyd was like that? Epidemic. I'm not about to do that to myself. So let me ask you this, right?
Mhm.
If you could give me 3 factors that motivated you to want to do
Mhm.
the documentary, what would they be?
Mhm. Pretty much all the things that I just said, but if I could put in like 3 phrases, basically being a father myself,
Mm-hmm.
um, seeing the effects of fathers,
Mm,
not being there,
yeah, yeah,
and ultimately wanting to change the stigma of, let's keep it real, Black fathers.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that those three are kind of like,
The
I would
motivating
say,
factors.
the motivating factors behind why I really pushed to do this. Yeah.
Okay.
What
So let
about
me tell
you?
you, let me tell you how in line we are. My first one is I swear everything. I said because I'm a father,
That's crazy. I literally put that as number one.
right? And then I put in parentheses, I put legacy because
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm what I'm trying to build and
Mm-hmm.
create for
Yeah.
not just my family, but all of the kids that are in Genesis. It's an organization. We do basketball, but we're much more than that. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
just trying to create a culture for these kids to be empowered and
Mm-hmm.
understand you can be successful, not just in sports. I mean, yes, we're
Yeah.
playing basketball, but that's a
Yeah.
very small
Yeah.
portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a scientist, you can be a doctor, you can be a
Yeah.
lawyer,
Yeah.
you can be a
Yeah.
director, you can be anything that you want. You just have to put the right energy into it. And it's
Yeah.
gonna take a support system,
Yeah.
and that's ultimately what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create that support system for all kids. So
Mm-hmm.
that way when they start moving and they start moving up in the ranks and creating their own legacy, they can look back like, wow, the Genesis program really it sparked my interest for this, or it helped me get to this point, and not
Mm-hmm.
realizing the Genesis program was named after the foundations of
Mm.
God anyway, the first Bible. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the purpose of it.
Yeah.
Next, I would definitely say empowering men to communicate. I
Mm.
think I think we've been silent for so long
Mm-hmm.
and scared to express ourselves.
Yeah.
And this goes back to slavery days where they used to promote
Mm-hmm.
be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah. You
speak.
definitely promote that a lot.
You need to speak. You need to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
That goes back to my kids. I
Yeah.
have real dialogue with Cam. Cam doesn't get in
Yeah.
trouble a lot, but we have real dialogue. I need you to explain to me why you're thinking, why you do the things you do. I
Mm-hmm.
empower kids to speak because I don't want them to ever lose their voice. Their voice is their
Mm-hmm.
power.
Mm-hmm.
Life and death is what? In the power of the tongue. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta speak your mind and you have to speak your vision and have the confidence that God is always going to motivate you and guide you through the process. You don't get those thoughts and you don't get motivated by accident. It's
Yeah.
not a mistake. And then last, and this is, shouts out to my women. I just want to help women understand
Mm.
men. And I think that stems from my mom, you know, like I said, I watch her go through a lot. So it definitely affected me a certain way. Um, as far as having an outlet for women to look and go, okay, I don't know what to do in this situation. Let me see what they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like a
Yeah.
guideline, like, all right, this makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. This makes sense. All
Yeah.
right. So I'm not gonna let this man step over this boundary, or let me see how I can look if I don't have a male figure in my
Mm-hmm.
child's life. Let me see what I need to look for them to empower my kids. Because at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, yes, moms do their thing, but there's nothing like that solidifying
Yeah.
father,
Yeah.
male role model that
Exactly.
that gives you
Exactly.
that confidence. I feel like mothers give love, men give
Mm-hmm.
confidence. And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's a big difference. And moms could love you to death, but it's not like when pops be like, yo,
Yeah.
proud of you, my
Exactly.
guy. You my man for that. I appreciate you doing
Yeah.
that.
Affirming you.
Yeah, affirm you that you got it. Like, listen, you as smart as you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really my motivating factors behind it all. Is just making sure we get that across to everybody.
I love
And
it.
I think we definitely gonna have some good dudes coming on. We had
Oh yeah, we're gonna
I
have
think
some guests. Yeah, we definitely gonna have some guests, have some real dialogue, some real good We already had one on our
on the
first
live.
live. Oh
Remember,
my
but the
God.
live got messed up. It got messed
Yeah,
up
I
on Friday
know.
night, so we had to do Saturday. But we
Yeah.
had Kiko, we had Jordan, and
Mm-hmm.
they was giving some valid points. The only
Yeah.
thing I didn't agree with is
Mm-hmm.
privacy in marriage. I can't agree with
Yeah.
that.
I don't think
You
there's
know,
real legit privacy. It
yeah,
shouldn't be.
and that we'll get into that, of course.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna get into all that.
we're gonna explain our perspective, but we also want to get everybody else's perspective
Yeah.
too, because we're not narrow minded. We
Mm-hmm.
definitely we
Yeah.
can agree to disagree
Mm-hmm.
and have open dialogue because it's healthy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't say Jordan, you're wrong because you think this, or Kiko, you're wrong. Nah, that's not
Exactly.
it. Nah, I
Exactly.
get what you're saying, and at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it is your marriage, but just
Yeah.
understand for every decision, there's consequences.
Mm-hmm.
So you could either make a decision and it be a positive consequence, or you can make a decision and be a negative consequence. It's really up to you to
Yeah.
decide your fate. I mean,
Yeah.
success is predictable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Success predictable, and failure is also predictable.
Yeah. You can see it
And
coming.
oh, from a
You can
mile
see
away.
it.
That's why,
You can see
you
it
know,
coming.
I was like, I tell all my friends, like, yo, if you wildin', you already know. I'm in Africa. You are in
Go that
Asia.
way.
I will holler at you. I appreciate you for the friendship we had, but I can't do it, my guy.
Nah,
I can't.
yeah, nah, that's real.
I
That's
can't
real.
do it. But you know, I appreciate you, bro. You know,
Nah, I appreciate you,
this
man.
is the beginning of something great. You know, and
Yeah.
not to mention, the greatest thing me and him will ever accomplish is our arranged marriage. Okay, with Christian and
Oh yeah.
Christian and my princess.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
everybody.
Everybody think we crazy. Everybody think we crazy.
Listen, let me explain something to you. That's gonna really make us family. I mean,
Oh
we're
yeah.
already family, but when we connect them two kingdoms together through our
That's a
kids,
fact. That's a
yo, and
fact.
they gonna look back on this video. What's today's date? Let me get today's date. Today is
What is it?
April 6th,
April
April
6th.
6th, 10/27. You
Uh-huh.
know, and we already proclaiming it. And
Yes, sir.
I really think it's gonna happen, bro.
No, I think so too. I think so too. Because they're gonna be coming from that same type of foundation. It was like,
Exactly.
okay.
I don't need
Okay.
everybody to be like, you can't force it. I don't think we're gonna force it.
Nah, we ain't gonna have to.
I
We ain't
think it's
gonna
gonna
have
be
to.
organic,
Yeah.
and the what is it? The principles that we instill in each one of them, it's gonna
Yeah.
draw that connection. And
Yeah.
who more than I want to be with my princess than a king? You understand?
Exactly.
I'm raising him right. So
You better start showing him how to open the door for your wife.
oh, the door opening thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. He gonna have to get that from you, Uncle E, because I'm not open no doors. I'm joking. I'm really thinking about that. You be making me look bad. Always
Hey, it
doing
is
that,
what it
bro.
is. Accountability. That's what we gotta do. We gotta push each other.
I'm gonna
That's what
try
it's
to
all
open the
about.
door, but I'm gonna be honest. My lady a pit bull. You know what I mean? She good. She opened the door for herself. She about that life. You dig? Like she good money. You know, I'm not saying Kayla's not, but Kayla be trying to open the door for herself. You just won't let her. Let her open the door for herself, man. She independent.
She do. Sometimes I gotta rush over there.
Exactly. You be fiending. You really be running over there like.
So what?
Calm down.
So what?
Calm down.
So
Calm
what?
down, boy.
So
Calm
what?
down, man. But listen, let's wrap this thing up, man. This part
Episode 1,
one.
man. Thank y'all. Subscribe. You know, we got
Subscribe.
more coming. We got
More
more
content.
coming. It's just
More
number
genuineness.
one. Yep.
Yeah, man. It's and we gotta thank 500 views.
Oh yeah, thank you again for everybody that saw it. If you didn't see it,
man.
go back, subscribe. There's more coming. Watch the video, comment, tell us how you feel, all of that.
Yeah, tell us what you want us to talk about. That too.
We'll take topics.
Honestly,
all of that.
we'll probably have to make an Instagram for this.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make an Instagram for it so they can contact us directly.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
And you know what we'll do? We'll let you run it because I don't really like social media. I mean, you could do that.
I'm gonna let Kayla run it because she barely run her Instagram. So I like this. Give us some social media to do.
Listen, as long as just tell her to send us the topics. I could do social media, but it's very in small segments. It's too much going on there for me. I'm not into that. But
we'll figure it out. But we definitely gotta make an Instagram. All of that coming. All of it, everything's flowing from the video to we went to live to we went to the podcast. Now we doing this every week, like with the Corona thing, to shut everything down so everybody got content to see.
That's
So it's
true,
like
man.
everything just flowing. We gonna get it going. We
We
gonna
gotta
get it
keep
going.
it
It's all
going.
about that first step.
That step of faith, boy.
First step of faith, man. First
That's
step of faith.
it. And we want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure
Most
y'all
definitely.
subscribe. And I really, honestly, I can't thank everybody enough for supporting what we're doing.
Yeah.
It really means,
you.
it really means a lot. And we don't consider people like fans. I hate that analogy.
Yeah.
You support us. You support us. And just understand, you're supporting us, but ultimately it always goes back to God. You know,
Exactly.
He's the driving force behind all of this. We are only doing His will.
Yeah, we're just a vessel. Like He's just using us. He's just using us.
You know, and we just some young fly young men. You know what I mean?
That's it. That keep it a buck. That be real with it.
That's a fact. Yo, your beard? You got your beard?
Nah,
my joint look longer than yours today.
Don't worry about it. You'll be all right.
We're gonna be all right. Yeah. But anyway,
everybody.
everybody,
Thank you for watching. Episode 1. We'll see y'all next week.
Next week? Already?
Next week.
Next week, y'all. Later.
All right.